Niddah Daf Vav. Today we're going to be discussing mainly what's the halachic status a year before a bar and bas mitzvah. The Torah says, Ish ki yafli lindor, a man who's above 13, ki yafli lindor, if he can articulate, he understands his neder. So the Gemara says we're talking about two different boys. One is above bar mitzvah, and one is a mufla samach leish, the year before bar mitzvah. And it depends. If he's bar mitzvah, he doesn't need to understand his neder. The neder is a neder. But if the year before bar mitzvah, he must understand his neder in order for it to be a neder. So the Gemara proves from this pasuk that a boy who's 12 years old and has simanim is not considered a gadol mid'oraisa. Only a boy that's 13 plus he has simanim, then he's considered a complete gadol. In fact, everybody agrees that a boy who has simanim before he's 9 years old, they're nothing. Shuma ba'alma, it's like hair on a mole. Everybody agrees that simanim after 13 are perfect simanim. So machlokes is between the age of 9 and 12, where Chachamim say that they're not simanim, and Rabbi Yossi says they're simanim, provided that the simanim are there when he's 13 years old. In other words, when he's 13 years old, can you use the simanim that grew when he was 9, 10? Chachamim say no, you need brand new simanim, and Rabbi Yossi says you can use the brand new simanim, but even Rabbi Yossi agrees that you cannot use those simanim retroactive. The question is, how come there's no mention and no machlokes for the age of 12, from 12 to 13? On the one hand, it seems like if everybody agrees that from 13 on they're simanim, that would mean that from 12 to 13 they're not simanim. On the other hand, if you say that the machlokes is between 9 and 12, that means from 12 to 13 everybody agrees they are simanim. So what do? The Gemara brings 4 possibilities, and they all say the same thing, that everybody holds that before the age of 13 by a boy, they are not simanim. First shot is that we're talking about a girl. And the machlokes, like we had yesterday, machlokes, when does a girl turn bas mitzvah? Should she turn bas mitzvah when she's 12, or does she turn bas mitzvah when she's 13? So when we can be medayik to say that the 12-year-old, the simanim are good simanim, it goes according to Rebbe that a girl turns bas mitzvah when she's 12. And that says that simanim are not good at the age of 12, goes according to Rebbe Shimon Elazar that says a girl turns bas mitzvah when she's 13. And we can say the same thing in reverse. We're talking about a boy. This that it says that when you're 12 years old, the simanim are good simanim, because it goes according to Rebbe Shimon Elazar that says a boy turns bar mitzvah when he's 12. And this that it says that 12 to 13 are not good simanim, goes according to Rebbe that says that a boy turns bar mitzvah, like we know it today, at the age of 13. Or the pshat is, everything goes according to Rebbe that a boy turns bar mitzvah when he's 13, a girl bas mitzvah when she's 12. Just the Reisha is talking about a girl, and therefore the simanim are good simanim at the age of 12. But the Seifa is talking about a boy, and for a boy, simanim are not good at the age of 12. Or, the whole thing goes according to Rebbe Shimon Elazar, we're talking about the Reisha that says that they're not good. It's because Rebbe Shimon Elazar holds that a boy, they are good, the boy turns bar mitzvah when he's 12, and when it says it's not good, it's because we're talking about a girl turns bar mitzvah when she's 13, according to Rebbe Shimon Elazar. There's 2 ways to explain Rava. Rava holds that a person has a chazaka that when he turns 13, he has simanim. But it says that a girl who's 12, who didn't have a bdika, nobody checked her, should not do miyun. Miyun is if she lost her father and her brother's mother marry her off. She has the right to say she doesn't want to be married. In the beginning, she agrees to the marriage. As soon as she says she doesn't agree to the marriage, she's mimayin, the marriage is annulled. Now, she cannot do miyun. However, she could do chalitza. Why can't she do miyun? Because perhaps she turned 12 and she has simanim. But she cannot do chalitza. I'm sorry, she could do chalitza according to this Rava, because she has a chazaka that she has simanim. However, if they checked and found that she does not have simanim, so she cannot do chalitza, but she still cannot do miyun because perhaps she had simanim and they fell off. According to the second way to explain Rava, is that if you don't do a bdika, you can't do chalitza. Now we're saying you cannot do chalitza, before we're saying you could do chalitza. Why? Because perhaps she never brought simanim, and we didn't do a bdika, so we don't know. However, if they did do bdika and they didn't find the simanim, then she could still do miyun, and we're not choishesh according to this that perhaps she had simanim and they fell off. So Rav Dimi says lahalacha, if the husband was a boil her after she became a g'dayla, now we have to be concerned that the kedushin turned into a deraisa kedushin. Until now, it was only the rabbanan kedushin. A mother and brother could only marry off in the rabbanan, but now it turned into a deraisa. And therefore, there's no miyun, she must receive a get. However, if he wasn't boil her after she turned to be a g'dayla, there's no chashash, and she could do miyun. This boy who is 12 years old, mufla samach lish, the year before bar mitzvah, according to Rav Kahana, if he makes a neder, his neder is chal only midrabanan. According to Rabbi Yochanan Shlakish, his neder is really strong. It's the Eraisa neder, and other people, if he makes hegdish, other people will get malchus for doing mi'ila to his hegdish. What about the katan himself? Katan made a neder, and then he was over on his neder. According to Rabbi Yochanan Shlakish, the katan does not receive malchus. According to Rav Huna, he gets malchus because it says in the pasuk ishki yafli, and then it says lo yachal dvaroi, and we make that hekesh, and the katan gets malchus. The Brisa says that a katan is like a gadol when it comes to shvua, iser, and bal yachal. And if he makes hegdish, he doesn't have to bring a korban. So Rav Huna will explain that he's over on bayachal midaraisa, and therefore he receives malchus. And according to Rabbi Yochanan will explain that other people receive malchus based on his hegdish. And Rav Kahana says that this is an isur d'Rabbanan, and we just use the pasuk lo yachel as an asmachta. Now it cannot be that we're discussing the sugya of whether other people, his parents for instance, are mechuyev to make sure that he's not over in the avera. We're not talking about mitzuvim la'afrisha because that's a big machlokes in Maseches Yevamos, and the Gemara over there doesn't bring our sugya. Yisayma, an orphan girl who's under the age of 12, who her brother married her off. So her whole marriage is only midrabanan. And she's 11 years old, she's 1 year close to bas mitzvah. The halacha is that her husband can be made for her neder, can annul the nedarim. L'chayra, you could prove from here that since her whole marriage is the rabbanon, so her neder is only midrabanan. And this will be a raya that a neder is only midrabanan. So they said no. The reason why her husband, who's only married to her, midrabanan, could annul her neder is because a woman, when she makes a neder, she does it on condition that her husband can annul it. Rabbi Yossi says that a boy who's close to bar mitzvah, the year before, he can make truma. Now Rabbi Yossi writes in Seder Olam that kedusha kitcha la'asad lavai. In other words, Ezra was mekadosh Eretz Yisrael forever, and that would mean that the truma b'zman hazeh is the eraisa. So you see that that year before bar mitzvah, Rabbi Yossi holds the eraisa. Says the Gemara, no, perhaps he doesn't hold it. He wrote it in Seder Olam as a Tanu who wrote something, but he himself doesn't hold of it. Have a wonderful day.